Hi, I'm Kyoji. Welcome to my channel. This channel is about fashion design and clothes making. In addition to fashion design, I will also upload DIY tutorial and tips about costume, BJD, and LOLITA. If you are interested in my channel, please click to subscribe in the lower right corner and don't forget to open the reminder bell. Today I'm going to teach you guys to make a classic denim jacket. I will make this jacket a little bit oversized. I will also add an embroidery on this jacket. This is the pattern I'm going to embroider on my jacket. This pattern's credit is going to my husband. I use my iPad to rewrite this pattern and convey to my embroidery software. My embroidery machine is Singer XL550. This model no longer in production. After convey the pattern from the software to the machine, we can put the fabric on the embroidery loop. Make sure your fabric is flat when you connect to the loop. During the whole embroidery process, keep your eyes on the machine. Sometimes if the machine runs too fast, the needle might break. After finish embroidery, we can start cutting fabric. The length of the pattern is under this video. The pattern is DXF format. I'm still learning how to convey DXF to printable PDF pattern. I will update the pattern after I convey to the new format. So let's start the sewing process after all pieces are ready. First step for sewing is connect all the front and back pieces. We need to use flat felt seam to sew the bottom pieces on the front, also on the back together. Flat felt seam finish will also use on the side seam, shoulder seam, and sleeve side seam. If you're not sure, the yellow line in the video shows which seam you need to use flat felt seam finish. Here is the step for sewing a perfect flat felt seam. First, pin the seam along right side to right side. Press the seam along open after sewing. Fold and press one side of the seam alongs. Also, cut the other side seam alongs over half. Press fold side to the other side and press it flat. Top stitch on the edge of the fold. The red arrows are showing which side is the fold side in the video. Make sure do not make mistake when you are sewing. After finish the bottom front piece, we are ready to sew pockets on. There are two types of pockets on a classic denim jacket. The pocket on the chest named flat pocket and the lower one named wide well pocket. Let's make the wide well pocket first. Mark the pocket position. Make sure both sides look same. Fold the pocket well right side to right side. Turn the right side out after sew both sides together. Use to push the corner flatter before press. Mark the seam alongs on the pocket well. Match the line with the A line of pocket position together and pin it. Make sure you mark the line on the wrong side of the pocket well. Mark the seam along on the wrong side of the pocket bag. Match that seam line with B line of pocket position and sew it together. Follow the green line on the image to cut the fabric. Be careful, don't cut the pocket bag and the welt. Fold the pocket well up and fold the pocket bag under. Don't forget fold that two triangles too. Press it flat. Match the upper pocket bag and the under pocket bag. Sew it right side to right side with the well. Also, sewing around the pocket bag to close the pocket. Turn the front right side and top stitch on both edges on the pocket well to fix it. Let's move on flat pocket. Let's move on fret pocket. Mark the pocket opening on the wrong side of the pocket bed. Fix the pocket bed and the front right side to right side. After sewing the opening line, follow the guideline to cut it. Turn the right side out after cut it. Press it flat and nice. Fix the outer pocket bed right side to right side and sewing the pocket with the front. Make sure when you sew it together, follow the pocket bed line. Now you can overlock and sew a zigzag stitch on the edge of the pocket bed. Same with the white welt pocket bed. Next step, we need to finish the pocket fret. Layer the pocket fret right side to right side. Sew along the seam lengths. Turn the right side out and press it flat. Top stitch around about 1/4 inch. Match the fret notch with the body. Stitch a stable line. Sew the bracket on the front yoke and the body. Press the seam allowance towards center front. Sew the yoke and the body together and overlock the seam allowance. Press the seam allowance up and top stitch about 1/4 inch. Don't forget do the exactly same stitch on the back. Use fret felt seam finish, connect the shoulder seam and side seam. Fold and press inside of under bracket seam lengths. Mark the neckline and the center front. Fix the upper bracket and the under bracket right side to right side. Sew it from the center front to the end of the bottom. Cut the notch to sew the point before turn the right side out. Press it flat and clean. Make sure outside layer will cover inside. Pin packet nice and flat together. Sew and close the packet. Fold one piece collar neckline seam allowance and press it. Line up two pieces collar right side to right side and sew it together. Turn the right side out. Use the tool make the corner nice and press it. Sew the collar seam allowance with leg knife right side to wrong side. Top stitch on the full neckline and cover the stitch outside. Top stitches all around about 1/4 inch from the bottom to the other side of the bottom. Connect the front and back hem. Fold one side seam allowance and press it. Fold the center line by the notch and sew both side edge. Turn right side out and press it flat. Connect the hem to the body as same with the collar. Connect the sleeve side seam with fat felt seam finish. Overlock the other seam before sew them together. Leave about 3.5 inch on the bottom of sleeves opening. Connect the cuff and same way with hem. Don't forget sew the tuck before connect to the cuff. To connect the sleeves and the body, we use French seam. Line up the armhole with the sleeves and body, wrong side to wrong side. Sew half seam allowance and cut about 1/4 inch seam allowance. Turn over to the wrong side. Top stitch half seam allowance on the armhole. The last step is making the buttonhole and punch the button on the jacket. Here is the entire step for making a denim jacket. Please subscribe my channel. Anything you want to learn, please leave a comment. I might take the tutorial for you. Thank you for watching. Bye!